everyone, it's Chris Bennett, your blockchain beard guy. Hope you guys are doing well. Listen, I wanted to talk just a little bit about a blockchain related story that was in the news recently. You may have read about this. This sale that kind of marks the resurgence of the NFTs or non-fungible tokens. You remember they were kind of a short-lived craze earlier this spring, and now we're seeing a big revival in the NFT market. And one of the stories about this was someone who just paid $1.3 million or about 400 Ether, which was worth about $1.3 million at the time of this sale, for a rock, and not even a real rock, for a virtual rock. Ether Rock is what was sold. Ether Rock is just a JPEG of a cartoon rock. So you can see here's the one that sold for $500,000. This was a different one. Maybe it didn't fetch as much because it had laser eyes. I don't know quite what drives the valuation of an Ether Rock. But there's only 100 of them out there. And so this scarcity is being justified for this incredible price, $1.3 million. Interestingly enough, if you check the Ether Rock website, you'll see they even say, quote, "These virtual rocks serve no purpose beyond being able to be bought and sold, giving you a strong sense of pride in being an owner of one of only 100 rocks in the game." You can see these things have skyrocketed. The cheapest one 2 days ago was still very, very expensive at just over 300,000 US dollars. Sorry, that was the one 2 days ago. 2 weeks ago, the cheapest one was just under $100,000. So if you read this story or you read stories like this and you're wondering to yourself, hey, what am I missing something? You're really not. This personally, I think, is a very foolish use of the technology. And I wish as a community, we would just stop doing this dumb stuff with blockchain. And I'm just going to go ahead and call it out. There are so many great things that we could be doing with blockchain, even that we could be doing with NFTs or non-fungible tokens, that all this seems like an incredible waste of time and money and isn't really helping us in terms of being taken seriously by the larger community. For example, one of the great things about NFTs is they can optionally be made non-transferable. So what that means is I could create an NFT and put it in your wallet, but then you can never get rid of it. You can never trade it or transfer it to anybody else. This has been talked about and would be a great way to help combat fraud. People perhaps claiming that they got a degree from a prestigious institution when in fact they never attended that institution, or maybe they did, but they didn't earn a degree. Degrees could be issued by the institution as a non-transferable NFT. And one of the ways you could validate that, yes, I got this specific degree from this specific institution is by showing somebody that non-tradable or non-transferable token in your wallet. Something that might hit a little bit closer to home for all of us. Think about fair trade and free labor practices and how we source our goods. Think about a manufacturer through every step of the supply chain, getting NFT assertions from its suppliers. So let's think about a piece of apparel, a t-shirt maybe. So you have someone who grows the cotton on a farm, and they use a non-tradable NFT that they issue to the manufacturer to attest that, hey, I am using fair labor practices. I'm not using any child labor, slave labor, etc. Then as the cotton is processed and turned into fabric, that assertion is made at the mill, and then in the garment factory where the t-shirt is sewn together, and in the retail outlets where it's sold. And so you as a customer could walk right into that store or onto that page if you're shopping online, Click on a link or scan a QR code, and you can see the origin or the provenance of that item, along with everybody attesting that, yes, I've followed all the laws and rules and regulations and done things in a fair and morally upright and upstanding way. There are a lot of legitimate uses out there for NFTs that it really seems like we are kind of wasting our time selling virtual rocks for millions of dollars. But again, who am I to judge? You may have also heard me recently talking about the Great Resignation survey that came out from Microsoft at the end of August said 41% of people are currently looking at leaving their jobs or taking on a new role. There's probably a lot of people out there who are just burnt out on what they've been doing. Maybe they want to go out and experiment. They want to try something new. They maybe have a great business idea and they're feeling a little bit entrepreneurial. I don't pretend to tell anybody how to spend their money, but it seems like $1.3 million could probably go a lot further funding some of these really bright people who have exciting ideas on how to use this technology in a new way than for a rock, which by its own creator admittedly has no purpose. Anyway, that's just my little soapbox issue for the day. Please, please, please. Blockchain is an amazing technology and there's great stuff you can do with it, but stop doing dumb stuff with blockchain. We're 12, almost 13 years into our blockchain journey now. So really as a community, it's time for us to grow up and get serious. And if this technology really is going to change the world, well, it's time for us to get out there and actually make some significant and meaningful changes. Anyway, hope you guys are doing good. Take care. Until next time, I'm Chris Bennett, your blockchain beard guy.